Well, ASIO has issued a warning on Australia's security status, revealing multiple attempts by foreign countries to harm the country. Joining me now is independent MP Dai Le. Dai, good morning to you. Great to see you as always. I mean, this is a pretty sobering security assessment here. What are your thoughts on this?
Look, it is quite alarming and shocking to hear, that other countries have this intention to cause harm to Australia. But I'm sure that we're all very grateful for the skills and the ability of ASIO to detect these plans and inform us. I think from my perspective, we live in our country, we live in one of the most multicultural countries in the world. And I think that I'm sure that ASIO is tapping into that diversity here to assist them with, engaging, gathering the information to ensure that we are protected as Australians. I can't, speak highly enough of the talent that we have here. We have the world, especially here in Fowler, the world living here in this very multicultural community. And I'm sure that that's, it will provide resource for organisations like ASIO when they're engaging in situations like this.
I mean, Australia's top spy has also warned of worsening anti-Semitic attacks and hate crimes. It's very concerning we might not have yet seen the peak of all of this.
Look, we have seen, obviously, lots of violence in the last, 12 months, more than I think we've ever seen before. As somebody who celebrates, our diverse community, I'm very proud that my community, who comes from all over the world, living here next to each other in harmony. And I would like to ensure, and I would like to hope that we continue to maintain that cohesion, peace here in our community, and that external factors, external conflicts do not get brought into our society. And ASIO and other organisations are playing a role to ensure that we maintain the peace that Australia has always had for a very, very long time. I mean, I've been here, came here since the 70s as a refugee, and I have not seen the level of, hatred and violence that we are seeing in recent months. So it is concerning, and I hope that our leaders will play a role in ensuring that we maintain peace in this wonderful and beautiful country that we call Australia and call home.
And, I mean, at the core of it, this is a beautiful country and we're very, very lucky, but this is extreme cause for concern today. And most people, normal people hearing this news today, while they trust in ASIO and they do an incredible job at picking up on this intelligence, but for the everyday person, it's still very concerning for people who have young families and children growing up in this society. Are you concerned about the potential, though, for foreign interference in the upcoming federal election at all?
Look, I think the people out here in my electorate, and I don't know about other electorates, are very concerned about the rising cost of energy bills, the cost of insurance. I mean, if they look at their bills, they look at their insurance costs, energy bills, petrol. I think their livelihood in terms of putting food on the table and paying for their living, it's more front and mind of many people here in Western Sydney and Southwest Sydney in particular. And I think that's, for me, is my priority, to ensure that the cost of living is addressed. We have families that are on low income out here, Holly. I'm sure that this is a big concern at a national level, absolutely. And like, we trust in our spy organisations and the likes of ASIO to protect Australians. But at the grassroots level, what people are concerned about is that they're able to go to work, feed their families, pay their bills, and pay their mortgages, those who can afford a mortgage. So that is the feedback that I have here in my community. It's more around the cost of living.
Cost of living is definitely going to be front of mind, isn't it? Dai, what's your take on all of the numbers released this week? We've had a rate cut. Of course, we are also expecting employment numbers out soon. What's your take on it all?
Can I say, Holly, look, it's great. I know that the Treasurer looked quite, content that he announced a rate cut, and I think we all were predicting that rate cut. But I think 13 interest rate rises, the costs have gone up in groceries, the costs have gone up in rent, the costs have gone up in petrol. All of that is still impacting the daily lives of working Australians and families, in particular in Southwest in Western Sydney. I can't speak for other electorates who have got more high income and affluent, so they can actually withstand that increase in the cost of living. But I can tell you, I'm having my Bring Your Bill Day on the 27th of February, and this is my third one. And every time when I hold this session, I have hundreds of people lining up, bringing their bills because they don't know how to read their bills, they can't pay their bills on time, and all of that is still really critical in our community. So that one interest rate, lowering interest rate, is great. It's a relief for those who are paying mortgages. But for people who are still going shopping, buying their food, they're telling me that $100 nowadays doesn't get them much. So we still have not addressed the actual cost of living. People are still looking at their bills. The energy bills have not gone down. Gas, insurance, have any of that gone down? Petrol, we're still paying petrol. And people living in Southwest and West Sydney have to pay tolls to go to work. So cost of living is still very high.
It is indeed, and that'll be front of mind as people head to the polls, no doubt. Dai Le, great to see you. Thank you.